Yes,
Introduce yourself.
yes. As you know, my name is Sarvesh Kulkarni. I am basically from Pune. I have completed my MBA and I have around 5.5 years of experience with around 2.0 experience in SAP MM, which is a relevant experience. And I have worked in majorly in implementation projects with the clients called as Getir and Flink GmbH, wherein I was involved in starting from creation of getting the client requirements till the end of the process, giving hypercare support or doing all the kind of implementations and enhancements, whatever were required. This client was a German client, and I was on site there, and I've spoken with them and understood their business requirements. And we, as per the team's requirement, we had crafted the business process in SAP MM. Uh, and other than that, I have other three major qualities. I am adaptable. I have very good communication skills, and I'm very punctual at my work. So it gives me a detailed understanding as well as I deliver my deliverables on time. So this is about me. Yes.
Good Sarvesh. How many implementation you did?
I've done one end-to-end implementation, and I've been part of one another implementation in part, not in complete, but I've done one end-to-end implementation.
Okay, and your client name for that implementation?
Yeah. It was Flink GmbH. I was working as an in-house SAP consultant. The company was into food delivery, but they also had one other vertical. They were preparing their own food items, which were packaged food items, which were they were also selling those packaged food items. And I was assigned to that vertical of the business of preparation of where they were manufacturing those packaged food items.
Where this is located, your client?
It was in Germany, it was in Berlin. When I went to study there for my MBA, I also got an opportunity to work as previously first work there as a student and then work as a full-time in-house consultant. We had a team of around 15 different SAP MM consultants, and overall SAP team was around 100 plus consultant, as it is a very huge company spanning over having over around 750 or 800 storage location across Germany, Netherlands, and a certain part of Europe.
Could you explain me a little bit in detail about that business? What they are doing, what their products,
Yes, yes,
company type?
yes. It is. They are basically into food industry. Previously, they were working into only supply chain of delivery of food through cycles, which is bikes. Thereafter, they introduced their own range of food items as well. So these food items were related to certain kind of rice plus meatballs. Other than that, there were noodles which were there. Other than that, there were steaks or a croissant with filled with chocolates. So these were daily used materials which had low shelf life, and as they were into manufacturing of this, they were into whole manufacturing from everything from the start of the product till the end of packaging and all. And they were also selling that through their own channels. As I told you, they were also in business of delivering the food items. So they were selling those as well. So it was relevant to the food industry.
What
Yeah.
was the duration of that project implementation?
It was around 1.5 years project, and I was assigned to that at the very from the starting phase when I was working there as a work student. Thereafter, I was assigned to that for full time when I completed my studies. From gathering the information in they had used the Activate SAP methodology, wherein you have to first, there were 6 steps, and we had followed that. The first was to discover. where we discovered about the business nature and the nature of the business, the industry. Then there was to prepare, like to have the team divided, and whatever were relevant, because it was, as I was an in-house SAP consultant, they already had the teams already divided and done there. Then after, it was explore, wherein we have to do as is a process, where we have to construct the same procedure
What
for.
was your exact responsibilities there?
Yeah, so my responsibilities were in for a different process, for different phases were of in different for different phases there were different responsibilities. Major responsibilities, I had gathered the data from the core team member at the start and understood the business process, and I mapped it in key data, and I mapped that with the SAP requirement. I also was a part of preparing key data structures for different manufacturing or plants where they were doing. And after that, we prepared, and after that we had the configurations done. So I was a part of that as well. And wherever we had identified gaps, we had also done enhancements. So I was part of enhancement as well. So for different phases, I was responsible for different tasks.
How many gaps identified by you?
Uh, I had
Just tell
one.
me few examples. Okay.
Yes, yes. I'll give you one major example where I had identified a gap. They wanted a report. They had one screen which was, as it was a low shelf life business, so they wanted a screen to be prepared and a report to be prepared, wherein they would view that on daily basis, so that they would understand which products are reaching to the shelf life, and where they need to process, for further for distribution. So the requirement was, they wanted a report with all the details of company code, plant, material, material description, the production date, the entry inward date, the shelf life of sorry the yes the shelf life, and the remaining days pending for expiry, with the quantity. So first of all, I identified whether this report is available in SAP. So this report was not totally available in SAP, as there were certain reports which are only in parts, not in total, like only either for batch. So there were not in total requirement. So I identified this gap. I prepared a gap document. I showed it to my senior that this is the gap, this is the business requirement, and this is SAP structure. So I showed it to my senior, and we created an FSD, which was then approved. Thereafter, we were asked to create this enhancement in the system. So what I did was, first I prepared FSD document, which had first objects. What is the requirement is the object. Then we had prepared one custom T code. I have mentioned that custom T code. After that, we had given the table design for this. As I told, the whole table design. Then after we identified what tables are required, like for material you require MARA, MAKT, and then for shelf life, and for production date you require the table MCHF1. Similarly, in which they had the field HS value date, and for expiry as well, they had date in the same field in the same table. So we had identified that, and we had also given joining condition. The joining condition works in such a manner that you can join two tables only when there is at least one common field in table. So we had given the joining condition and the joining logics as per that, so that majorly the field was material number, which is common in all these tables. So we had majorly joined this with material number, which was the joining condition for this table. Thereafter, we had also prepared the screen layout, wherein we can search. this materials, and we can search whether how many days are remaining for the expiry, either through plant, a plant or a storage location or material number. These three were the main triggers for that. And I had also prepared a flow chart, like to start with a flow chart. If the we go to the custom T code and the user enters plant, then it should trigger for the different storage location under the plant. And if the user enters the storage location, to trigger the materials, which kind of materials they require for the requirement to be completed. And thereafter, we had also prepared, as per this, we had prepared the custom table design. But to get the data into the custom table, we required, as they were using a third-party software called as Xenophone. Xeno it was, and they had different phones for that. So for all the kind of data, like the inward entry data or the date of production. These were done at the Zeno, they were done in the Zeno ERP. So we had to transfer that data. So we were using BAPI, Business Application Programming Interface. So as we were using BAPI, we had identified BAPI goods movement save as one of the BAPI, and BAPI goods movement create was also there. So we identified fields which were matching to our report. Then we went to SHDB and created a BAPI. We recorded the BAPI, and we had done one like dummy transaction through, and we had committed that as well in the system. We prepared the recording and we shared it in the FSD document as well, that this is the recording available for that. And this FSD document was then shared with the a technical ABAP developer. The ABAP developer then developed that, and we had done FUT for that, wherein we had done FUT for that, and finally the enhancement was done and created, and we had given training on how to use that.
Okay, Sarvesh. So, if I'm asking what are the gaps was there, you can explain it like a short also, okay, at a high level. And if interviewer is asking, explain like in this gap in detail, you can explain the FSD, FUT, the flow chart, those things, okay? So this is
Okay, sir.
also fine. Yeah, this is also
Sir,
fine.
sir, I had prepared this by myself. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
had done
that
some
is fine.
research and from the background table, and also it is fine, na? If
Yeah,
I
then it is fine. Yeah, yes, good. So just tell me, which methodology you used for that implementation?
we had used Activate SAP
That was
methodology.
the S/4HANA implementation, right?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
mean, version.
Version was, sir, I do not
When it
remember the
started,
version.
project? When it started?
It started in 2020 three ending.
2023 ending.
Yes,
Then it will be, I think, around 21. You can check on the like
yes,
what
yes,
was the latest version. Okay, latest
yes,
version at that time when the implementation started.
yes.
So, you provided your solution on GUI or Fiori.
I provided on both. We had to also create it on a Fiori, like the on GUI when we create. After that, you also create on Fiori, like manage purchase orders, manage purchase requisitions, manage source list, and other as well. We had created on Fiori as well.
Okay. Means there was a mixed solution on Fiori also and GUI also.
Yes, both the solutions were required, as it was a business requirement, so that they would process certain things faster. So Fiori was also a good option for them, so they had opted for that as
Okay.
well.
What was the volume of the RICE? Means number of the RICE from
Yes,
management.
yes, yes. From the management, it was around what we had got. It was around.
Material management from
Yes,
material.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Only for material management, we had around to 13, if I'm not wrong, 13 different objects in the RISEF for different, and it was assigned to different associates or the consultants.
How
And
many
there
material management consultant was there in your team?
yeah, can you repeat the question, sir?
How many material management consultant was there in your team?
There were around 15 material management consultants in our team.
15.
Yes, 15. Yes.
And how
It
many
it is it
decisive
is
object was there? 13.
uh yes, 13 objects.
And your project implementation duration was around 1.5 years.
1.5 years. Yes,
So
one and a
why
half
one
years.
and a half year required if you have the 15 consultant and only 13 object was there?
Sir, because there were to get first of all, sir, it doesn't like in India how it works. It doesn't work in Germany. First of all, uh, it takes a lot of time in Germany for any kind of documentation works. You have to present everything in documentation, and to get the reply from the management, it takes a lot of time. Secondly, there are a lot of rules on data migrations and data things, so you have to follow that as well. In this process, for any kind of approvals, you are requiring 1 or 1.5 week for for every approval. So it takes a lot of time to process these things. Moreover, at the start, our team was a small team, so getting the details of everything was difficult, and there were in between certain people had changed in the project. So if the people were changed again, so some people left, some people came. So there were trainings of 1.5 months as per the requirement and as per the GDPR requirement in Germany. So it takes a longer time than what is expected.
What was the workload distribution? For example, 15 consultants are there. How you distributed this 13 rise up object? How many rise up object is handled by you?
Yes, I had handled around three RISE object. It was depending. First of all, sir, it is not in the individual. Most of the things are not always done in the individual capacity. You have to work in teams of two. They assign the team of two basically. In certain cases they assign the team of three, so that this team also in so that this work is done efficiently and it is distributed properly. So I've done three rises, one which I have already told you, one the enhancement. Second is about a custom report preparations. We had done different report they required. For stock reports, they required for a minimum order, maximum order, reorder level, safety stock, margin of safety, different stock order level reports were required. And the third were smart forms, where they required smart forms as well.
Smart form and repeats, that is okay. But what was the challenging thing? That's why the 15 consultants was there and like a 1.5 year required. Customs report smart form does not require time. That is okay. That is a straightforward requirements. Means what was the
uh,
challenging things?
Sir, major challenging things were first of all, to they were using some different system, ERP. So to prepare all the key data structures and to get detailed planning and to get it finalized, it took us more time than what is generally required, because at the starting phase, as I told you, there were certain members which had exited the project, or there were new members coming which required multiple after a 1.5 months training. So this was a challenging part for us to understand the business requirement and to map that into SAP and to get the approvals for that from the management. Because after that it was a easy task, but before that was it was difficult.
Okay. Okay, got it. Did you get chance to work on a BTC, BAPI, user exits,
Yes,
green
yes, sir.
exit?
I've worked on user exit. User exit. First of all, I'll tell you about the user exit. I have totally worked on user exits. First of all, a user exit is when you require a certain functionality in SAP. You have to add it in standard business applications. So there are four types of user exits. First is functional, second is menu exit, third is field exit, fourth is screen exit. So I'll give you an example of all these things. Functional exit, if I give you an example, like if you want a different like a message, like if I'm creating a vendor, and if there is country, so when I click when I move from after mentioning the country, it should give me a dialog box that this user is for this vendor is for this country. This is a functional exit. Similarly, menu exit is the one wherein from the upper side menu you add some functionality, whatever is required. Similarly, there is field exit as well, wherein like if there is a field name, like if there is region, but they wanted in Germany, it was not they don't want region in that, they wanted a star. So a star city or any other kind of things, like if you want state, so we can change that. That is the field exit. And the screen exit is that like you have to add a tab, like in we had done that for PO, as this is as for this company, it was delivering food, and there were, as in Germany, it is in general practice to deliver any kind of alcoholic beverages, but they require an identity verification. So you had to add some tab of the whoever was a like there should be a tab in the system for the age. So you have to, we had added a tab for age as well. So and how we can find that is the user exit. We had already found in the user exit. We have to go in system. In system, we have to go to status, and in status we have to go to program screen. You have to double click on that. Then we have to go to attributes, and in attribute you get packages, and that package you have to mention in, as I think so, SMOD. You have to mention that package in enhancement. You get functional packages, and that functional package you have to give it to the ABAP developer for coding. So they develop as per the requirement of that. So this is how I have done the user exit.
Okay, fine. So did you get chance to work on a cutover activities also?
Yes, cutover activities. First of all, I'll tell you what is the use case. Cutover activities are those activities which are conducted just before go live phase. Okay, so these are those activities like just before the go live phase, we have to freeze the systems for any kind of stock transfer or any kind of other things. So cutover activities, we had transferred the major data for a vendor for the vendor master material. If we had verified whether we had transferred all the vendor master material master, all the open POs are transferred, PRs are transferred, any kind of open items whatever relevant were transferred, and final any kind of, if any configurations were pending, we had checked that if any configurations were pending, we had prepared a list of all the configurations, and if any those were pending, we had also verified that. Yeah, also you need to transfer all the PIR, the source list as well in the system. Yes.
What is a cutover data example in material management?
Yes, we have to like for open POs or open PRs, which are not settled, which are open in the system, or if there is like yeah, if I have to give you an example for like if we have ordered example of 100 quantity, but we have only received 90 or 80. So this is still an open order. So we have to transfer that a PO into the new system as it is. And as well as stock transfers, we have to do for all the material with the quantity and all the details at every storage location, how much quantity is there. We have to all mention everything. We have to check that.
Uh, okay, open stock.
Yes, open stock. Yes.
Okay, how you uploaded that OpenStack in the system?
We had used for material. We had used like for material. We had used different tools for like migrations. For PIR, we had used BDC, and because it records everything and it becomes easy to upload the batch. For all kind of open stock related to materials, we had used LSMW tool. Uh, yeah.
For OpenStack,
For open stock also we had used this we had used BDC only for open stock.
okay, PDC. Did you followed any standard template for that? Any particular templates?
Uh, Standard templates means for only for LSMW we as we have the standard templates we had, but for any other like for BDC we had prepared our own custom template as per the requirement, because we first of all identified what is there in the system, what are the required fields, what they require, and we had done enhancement as per that, and we had prepared the Excel table as per that, and we went to SHDB, as you know, and we had recorded everything. We were entering the T code, we had recorded things, and we had sent it to the web developer for that. And yes, we had used those tables as
Okay.
per the requirement. Yes.
Just tell me, what are the differences are there in ECC versus S/4HANA?
Yes, there are major differences in ECC and S/4HANA. First of all, ECC doesn't have its own database. It was having a database of Oracle or DB. But when it comes to S/4HANA, it has its own database, first of all. Second, is there are for there is one additional migration tool which is called LTMC in S4 HANA or LTMOM. Third thing is the business partner, which is a major difference in ECC. It had different it had different tables for the vendors as well as customers, but now in S4 HANA it has integrated everything into one transaction code which is called as business partner, and which is very suitable and which works very efficiently. And other than that, there has been a character limits which has been increased. It has been increased in S4 HANA to around 9 times 9. We can use the character limit. Previously in ECC, we were able to use around 5 times 9, 5 times the digit. I'm sorry, 5 times digit.
Okay. So in overall your implementation, so what kind of the configurations you did?
Yes, I've done from the very starting. We had prepared organizational structure. The company code was already done from the finance team, FICO team. We had prepared organizational structure. Then we had prepared the creation of materials. I was involved in BP creation process, business partner. Then other than that, I had also created this wherever required the pricing procedures. Then I had also used LSMW tools and the BDC BAPI I have used, and other required configurations like having those all number range and other configurations, basic configurations. Yes.
What is your expertise area in the configurations?
My expertise area was the I had also done FIMM integration. So I had done FIMM integration, and as well as to certain extent, I have also done SD and MM integration as well. So this was one of the major activity which I had handled, and I was assigned this major activity.
Okay. In your resume, it is mentioned like around 400 plants was there. So you use the LSMW for that.
Yes,
So could you
yes.
explain in detail?
Yes. First of all, we identified the details of the business, and we prepared a key data structure as per that, and we identified that there were more than 450 plants. So we had used LSMW for that, and to use like we had first of all prepared one template in Excel, which we already had from the KDS, which was one, and the second, which we had prepared, which we had prepared by our own. So you go to LSMW, the league is LSMW tool. Then you put T code, and you go to LSMW, you prepare projects, sub projects, objects, then you put T codes, and then you start recording with that. For a storage location, we had put the T code OX18, and we had started recording for every storage location with address. Then there are steps in LSMW, like we have to do define source structure. Then we have to use source fields, wherein we have to update for the table for like a storage location. And then, if I'm not wrong, it is MARC, and it has its field name as LGORT. It has its field name. Then we had the relations, wherein after the table structure, we have to give the table structure as well. Then we have to mention the relations. Then we have to do auto field mapping. We have to accept all the proposals. We have to upload the file in TXT format, and then you have to read the data and the transactions. And then at the reading of data, we found that okay, we had done whatever number of transaction we had, whatever number of storage location we had, it was reflecting the same in those transactions, and we had converted the data. So this is how we had converted 450 plants into the system, storage locations, sorry.
So just tell me, to create one plant from like zero with a new entry, what are the important end-to-end configurations are there?
First of all, yes. First of all, we have to like after the we have to have the purchase organization created first of all. Then we go to uh, uh, yeah, then we have OX10 T code. We click on check, edit, and copy. We click on that. We mention all the details of the plant, the address, the country. Then we save it. Then we assign that to the purchasing. We assign it to the purchasing organization. Uh, these are the configurations.
Okay. Do you know the business partner concept?
Yes, yes, I know
Uh,
the business partner concept, and I'll tell you, business partner in S/4HANA includes everything, whether it is a vendor, whether it is customer, whether it is any other, there are different list of things like insurance partners or any other partners. So, business partner uh, is a very important concept in SAP. So first of all, the configuration starts with we have to create supplier account group in OSMG, wherein we have to mention the supplier account number, the number range. Then we have to assign the number range to the vendor account group in OSMJ. Okay, and the for supplier account group, it is external number range we generally do. Then we have to define the BP number range, business partner number range. This is an internal number range. Then we have to do define the groupings between. We have to define and assign the groupings. Uh, and after that, we have to link with the assignment for direction from BP to vendor. We have to assign, and we have to mention it is the same number ranges. Thereafter, we can go in BP. We can enter the organization, the group. And after that, we have to select the BP role for vendor. It is FLVN00. We have to select that. Then we have to enter the details of that, like the address, phone number, name, GST, PAN, any other details, telephone number, everything, and other required details and fields. And then we have to click on purchasing. Uh, as it is, we are creating for the first time, there will be partner functions which we have to activate. And for doing that, we have to go in, because without partner functions, and the BP will not be created. So we have to go in SAP IMG MM uh, uh, partner determination, role for partner determination. Then we have to enter in that vendor VN, and we have to enter the group which we had created. And after that, and after that the BP will be created. We have to extend the same BP to our company code, using, again, if you have to go to the purchasing tab, you can get the company code tab. You can enter your own company code and it gets extended to your own company code. This is how a business partner is created.
Fine. And how this business partner is different than vendor ECC? ECC vendor.
Yes, 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 yes. So here, we what we can do is we can extend this vendor as our customer as well. In case of any kind of STOs, intercompany billing, with intercompany billings, we can do it as our customer as well. But previously, and it has only it has table for that. As compared to that ECC, it had different T codes like XD01, XK01 for vendor and customer. So we have to do again the same task for vendor as well as for customer. So now this business partner is saving our time with accuracy of data as well.
Okay. Uh, Tell me what is a vendor sub-range concept?
Uh, Vendors. No, sir, I am
Okay, fine.
unable to recall that. Yes.
Do you know what is a partner function?
Yes, sir. Partner function, as I told you, for it is required. It is only a one-time task, which is required while creating a business partner, so that we tell the system that this group is our partner. So for that, while we create the business partner, we have to activate the we have to activate the partner functionality. We have to go to SPROIMG, then partner determination, then roles for partner. We have to enter what is the role of the partner. If it is vendor, so we have to enter vendor, and we have to enter our supplier account group, and we have to save that. This tells the system that this vendor is our partner with this supplier account group. So after that, only the BP can be created, business
Okay.
partner can be.
Suppose user has to create a material master. So what are the baseline configurations are required?
Yes. For that, we have to first create a material. We have to go into OSM2. We have to create a material first, and after that we go to MM01. We put that material. We put the industry, and we can choose different views of that. Whatever the view, whatever, like purchasing, accounting, the views, we can fill the data, we can create the material. But for the but for again, if we have to do like any kind of field selection in that, like for quantity update, like there are two materials, UNBW and NLAG. So for UNBW, it is, we have to just update the quantity. For NLAG, there is no quantity and there is no price update. Similarly, as we have to do this field like field selection, we have to again go to OSM2, we have to go to quantity, and in the left hand side we have to go to control tab. Then we have to select all the quantity and the structure. Similarly, if we have to do any kind of changes in the field for MM01 or any other area, we have to go to OSMR field selection, and we have to select whatever is mandatory and whatever is required.
So just tell me in short, what are the exact configurations are required for material creation?
Yes, sir. We have to go to we have to go to OSM2. We have to create the material. Then we have to come to
Material
MM.
type or material.
Uh, sorry, material type. I'm sorry,
Okay.
material type.
Then
Then we have to come to MM01. Okay.
only
We have
material type is enough.
uh no, we have to also enter like ROH, FERT, whatever the material type is relevant, and then we have to enter the industry in that.
Then
Uh, then uh, then we go to next. We put all the details of the purchase organization, and then plant. Then we
do we
select
need
the view.
purchase organization during material master creation?
Yes, sir. We require a storage location as well.
Purchase organization, I'm asking.
No, no. Sorry.
Plant is required. Okay.
Plant is required. Yes.
So plant also
Plant,
configuration.
plant and storage. Yes. Yes. Plant and storage location is required. Yes. Correct.
Do we require the purchase group, valuation class, material group?
Yes. Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
correct, correct. In OMSF, we require to create the material group. Yes, correct. We have to assign the number range as well.
correct. So that is a control function of material type. Okay, that you can cover in a material types. Okay, fine. Then let's consider user has created almost 5 to 600 purchase requisition, and this 5 to 500 purchase requisition we have to convert into PO. Okay, automatically. So what
Yes.
is the solution on that?
Yes, sir. We can use the automatic PO functionality. The automatic PO functionality works like first of all we have to create we have to uh, in yes, in vendor master data, in BP we have to first go in vendor master data, and for that vendor we have to go to purchasing, and we have to go down to the control tabs. In that we have to create a tick for the automatic vendor. Similarly, then we go to material master. In purchasing view, we also have to tick for the automatic PO creation. And then we require compulsorily PIR, purchase information record. We require this compulsory for automatic creation of PO from PR, and only from PR we can create an automatic PO. Then we go to ME51N for like all the PRs are created. Then we go for automatic PO creation at ME59N, and we enter the details of from which PR to which PR, or for plant or for different storage location. We put that details and we process that, and an automatic POs are created.
Okay. Can we apply background job concept for this automatic PO creation?
Uh, yes, we can apply background job concept for this automatic PO creation. It will work in background, but I've not worked on that, sir. I've done
Okay.
through this procedure.
Okay. What is the purchasing value key?
What is purchase?
Purchasing
Sorry,
value key.
purchasing validity, sir.
Purchasing
I'm
value key.
purchasing. Sir, I'm not aware of this
Okay, fine.
concept, sir.
No problem. Okay. Then tell me, suppose user is creating purchase order. In the delivery tab, which delivery address will come?
Sir, it will be our own delivery address, sir. because we are purchasing that.
Yeah, but which address?
Oh, okay. Okay. For whatever storage location we are purchasing, that storage location address will come there.
If storage location address is not there, then
Then we get we generally have the plant address in the system already. We have to create a storage location, so we have to always put the storage location details and the storage location address in that
if
when we
storage
create.
location does not having the address, plant address will come. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Okay. How many ways are there? User can create a PO.
Uh, user can user can create PO like this. Uh, okay, from PR they can create PO. From manual they can like manual they can create PO, and yeah, these are the two ways, sir. Automatic first is automatic, second is through PR, and the third is through manual creation of PO.
Okay. Can we create it from contracts?
Uh, from contracts, no, sir, I'm not aware of this.
Okay. Explain me purchase requisition release procedure, configuration steps.
Yes. Uh, First of all, we create okay, yes, purchase requisition release procedure. First of all, we it can be released in two ways. It can be released in from item as well as from header item as well as header. So we have to go to SPRO IMG purchasing PR release strategy. It can be released with classification or without classification. First, we have to create the characteristics. In characteristics, we have to mention all the documents, and for that, we have to also create the purchase requisition different documents as well. So it will have both the documents for item level as well as header level as well. We have to also mention all the table and the field name as well. In that, we have to also give the slabs for that for different category like 0 to 50,000, 50,000 to 1 lakh. We have to give slabs. After that, we have to create a class. If it is with the class, we have to create a class. Class is the combination of all the characteristics. Whatever characteristics will be, as I told you about plant, document, value slabs. So combination of that is a class. And after that, we have to create we have to assign this class to the characteristics. Then we have to create the approver. Just a minute. We have to create approvers and the list of approvers we have to create. We have to assign that list of approvers to this class, and then while there are two different types of strategies. First is parallel, second is sequential. In parallel strategy, we if there are three approvers, any approver can approve at in any sequence, but all three are required for approval. In sequential, we have it will go only in sequence, that the first will approve, then only second can approve, and then only third can approve. Um, so we have to prepare this strategy, what is relevant. We have to put that and we have to simulate the release strategy. The difference between the PO and PR releases. PO will only release from the header, like it will either all the items will be released or there or nothing will be released. And in case of PR, we can release in one or two items, whatever are required as per the PO. So there is a tick mark for release. So we can release those through that those tick marks. And this is the whole release strategy of PR.
Okay. How it is different from PO?
Yes, sir. In PO, first of all, it is in PO. What happens is we can release the whole of the document. Okay, only we can release whole of the document or it doesn't get released. So there are indicators blocked and released. So either the whole or nothing. As compared to PR, it gets released in like we can release one objects in the PO. Oh, sorry, in the PR we can release different line items in the PR. The second thing is this can be done without classification. So without classification doesn't require any characteristics creation or doesn't require any class creation. We can directly do with just creating the strategies, and we can directly release that with the list of approvers. But in PO, we have to go through characteristics creation. We have to create a class of that, then release strategy, and then we can release that. So these are the major differences in PO and PR release.
Okay, good. So, let's consider user is posting inventory transaction like a good issue or the physical inventory process or like uh, a stock transfer, okay, or a good receipt. Consider simple example. So in that case, along with the material document, accounting document also get generated. So in that document, how the GL account page automatically?
Yes, sir. It is done with automatic account determination concept. First of all, so we can fetch the GL account through chart of accounts, transaction key, valuation group, valuation group, account of modifier. Uh, so these things are, I'll tell you in detail what are these things. Chart of accounts, we can fetch first of all we can fetch through the company code. Then valuation class we can fetch through material master. Valuation group is plant at the plant level. We can fetch that through the plant. Then we have different transaction keys like BSX for inventory, WRX. So these are identifier of the transaction, and we require a sub identifier as an account modifier as well, because I'll give you an example. Like for movement type 201 and the movement type 702. 201 is consumption of goods and 702 is physical loss of inventory. It has the same transaction event key. Like GBB is account, GBB is debited and BSX is credited. So how we can identify which movement type was used and which transaction it is, because movement type doesn't come into the FI documents. So for that we require an account modifier to identify this transaction in detail. So for that we require, like for then 201 is associated with GBB VBR. So we can identify, okay, this is a different transaction for 201. So we require that account modifier as well. When we have combination of all these, then the GL account is fetched. And for that, we have to go to the T code. We have to click on the transactions. We have to, yes, we have to click on the transactions. We have to mention all these things, like all as we would already be having in the system with the plant, for a valuation group, valuation class, transaction keys, and the chart of account. We have to enter in the first only, and then at the end we have to mention the GL. So the system comes to know that for this chart of account, this valuation class, for this account modifier, and for this transaction key, this is the GL account which is required. So this is how this concept works.
Okay, good. So tell me about the pricing procedure. Suppose user is creating PO and Like a suppose user is creating domestic PO or user is creating import PO, how system came to know which pricing procedure should be determined?
Yes, sir. First of all, it comes through the supplier account group schema and the purchase organization schema. Both of them combined will give the will tell the system about which pricing procedure we have to use. This pricing procedure has different pricing elements like uh, price, like a gross price, net price, discount. These are the pricing conditions or the pricing elements. Similarly, there is from if we are getting pricing from PIR, either we can get the prices from PIR, or when we do not get prices from PIR, we have to use access sequence. So access sequence is a search strategy which is used in the system, and it has condition tables in it. So the condition tables are combination of those fields which are not there in PIR. PIR has the fields of a vendor, info category, uh, uh, plant, purchasing organization, and material. But if I want data from company code, freight, so I cannot get that from that. So that for that we require to have condition table which is in access sequence. This condition table has values which is called as condition record, which are the normal values which we have. So this so if we have to create a pricing procedure, we have to create this supplier group schema. Then we have to create purchase organization. We have to assign that we have to create the purchase organization schema, and we have to assign that to the vendor or the supplier group schema to the purchase organization. And after that, we have to select the pricing strategy. The standard price for a pricing procedure. The standard pricing procedure is RM 4 times 0. So we have to select that, or if we have to create our own pricing procedures, we have to copy RM double zero or 4 times 0 and create our own. This pricing procedure has 16 different fields. I'll tell you the major fields. First is the number, the second is counter. The counter is very important. Counter means the steps. Then we have the like the technical name like PB00, PBXS, and then we have a description of that. Then we have steps from end to. So I'll give you an example how these steps are used, but I'll tell you the other things as well. Then we have the manual column as well. If we have to enter any manual amount, then we have statistical fields. Statistical fields are those which are only for reflection purpose, which are shown only in the system, but not which are not used in calculations. So I'll tell you how this system works. So if I have to like the gross price minus discount is net price. So if I enter for counter gross price PP00, then for the second, which is for second step, which is the counter number two, is RB00 discount, and then we have the net price. So the steps, so we can tell the system for net price that this is calculated from step one to step two. But how do we know that discount is to be added or reduced from the system? For that, we have to go to M-06, wherein we get all the details. You click on the pricing element of that, and you get the details controlled data, like what it is, how it is calculated. Is it calculated in the fields? It is calculated in quantity, amount or percentage. Similarly, whether it is deducted or added. So there is a field called as plus or minus. Similarly, what are these? These are surcharges or any freight. So this is how we can create a pricing. We can control the pricing element in that, and we have to at the end go to the control data to. We have to take on approval key, and without this approval key, we cannot have the as we had asked in, as you had asked in the previous question, automatic account determination. This is required for that. So we do this control, and then this pricing procedure is activated in the system. Then we have to yeah, this is how the pricing procedure is activated in the system. And where we do not have data from PIR, then we have to create, as I told you, we have access sequence, we have to create the condition table. So for access sequence, we have to create first access sequence, we have to create a new access sequence, then we have to go to condition table. In condition table, we have different fields. On the right hand side, we have to select which fields are required in the condition table. We have to create that condition table. We have to name that. Again, we have to come back to the access sequence. We have to mention that condition table so that the system comes to know that for this access sequence, this condition table is used, and this access sequence is then mentioned in M-06 at the top in the, so that the system comes to know that for this pricing element, this is the condition table, and these are the category or the control data, how it is used. So this is
Okay.
how the pricing procedure is derived in the system.
Okay. Okay. Good. What is do you know subtotal in a pricing procedure?
Uh, Subtotal.
Subtotal field in a pricing procedure. There
Uh,
are, yeah, tell me. There are 16 fields in a pricing procedure, step, counter.
okay.
In that subtotal also there. What is that?
Sir, I'm sorry, I cannot remember subtotal
What
field.
is accrual key?
Sir, accrual key is in M-06 when you go to control data 2. It is a key which is required for FIMM integration. So in accrual key, we have to tick it always to know the system that this can be this is used in FIMM integration. Not sorry, FIMM is used in automatic account determination for GL accounts.
Accrual key I'm asking. That is the accrual checkbox in a condition type. I'm asking accrual key that is in a pricing procedure control data.
Yes, yes, sir. We have to tick on that only for to activate that, and it is a key which denotes that this is used in automatic account determination for GL accounts for
Okay.
creating provision procedure.
So if business want different clearing accounts, okay, clearing accounts for like a delivery cost or the packaging charges, okay, when user will post the good receipt, whatever the delivery cost or the packaging, forwarding, commission charges, loading, unloading, that should be clear through the different account, not in the GRI clearing account. So what we can means what will be the solution for that?
Sir, we have to create we have to create different account modifiers for that. So we have to give different keys for that. We have to create different account modifiers and name them for whatever, like for typically if we require for freight. So we have to name them, and we have to give the transaction key and dash the account modifier. It will be the main transaction key. Okay, like for if it is uh, for any FRC, then dash, and then we have to mention whatever account modifier, and we can give that key number there as well. So we can create our own kind of that GL typical entry for that, and we have to assign one GL account for that typically. Again, going into automatic account determination and mentioning all the plant, the valuation code, then the transaction event key, and the account modifier and typical GL for that. We have to speak with the FI team. They'll create a typical GL for that.
What is the role of account modifier in this print clearing account?
Sir, it gives a different identity for that typical. It gives a different identity for the typical account or for the typical entry in that, so that the system knows that this is typically used for this key is typically used for only freight or any kind of certain charges.
No, but for Fred, we have directly different transaction event key. Why we need why we need the account modifiers? Already we have many transaction event keys that we can maintain in a pricing procedure.
But sir, if you want to only have like this freight, but other than freight, in freight as well, if you want like only for domestic freights, or if you want only for international freights, or if you want for typically for a geographical freight, if you want that, so we can use that. It is to identify in the system that this is typically used for this purpose only.
Okay, okay, got it. And what will be the accounting entries in a good receipt if you have freight clearing
Yes.
account?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So if we do MIGO and if we receive goods, so it will be inventory account debit to change in stock.
How change in
Then,
stock will come there?
sir, because uh, we as debit the receiver, we have received the inventory, and the stock the stock has been changed. That is the reason. And sorry. Sorry, sir. I'll tell you. Inventory account debit to GRIR. I got confused. I'm sorry. Inventory account debit to GRIR, and then when we do MIRO or MRKO for different consignment for consignment and pipeline, then in that case it will be GRIR account debit to a vendor account.
And where is the
Get it?
freight clearing account then?
Okay, if you want the freight clearing, then I can tell you the inventory for that. So entry for that. I'm sorry. Uh, as a freight is a part. See, basically we have to add the value of freight in the inventory value, because it as per the accounting principles it is required to be added. So inventory account will be debited if inventory account will be debited with the freight amount as well as for the GRIR whatever.
Correct.
Then to freight account with the key, and to GRIR will be
That answer I want.
yeah.
Inventory debited, GRIR clearing credited, and freight also.
And freight, yeah, because
Freight clearing.
as per the accounting, like sir, I have commerce background, like I was doing CA,
Okay.
so I know like for IFRS 2, it requires in inventory accounting principle too. It requires to bring to the inventory to a certain position, you require all the charges which are incurred to be added to the inventory cost.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Sarvesh, just 2 minutes. I will back.
Yes, sir.
back.
Yes.
Okay. Where we are pricing procedure, right?
Uh, no, sir. We have done like journal entries recently
Okay, fine.
for freight
Sir,
and
tell me, in access sequence, there is a exclusive indicator, exclusive checkbox. What is the purpose of that?
uh, in sir, I'm not aware of that.
Exclusive checkbox.
I cannot
Okay,
remember
fine.
that.
Service, for example, user has created PO, and in that PO, delivery cost should come from any source like a info record. But when it will come, it should not be editable. So what will be the solution for that?
Uh, so you are saying that in the purchase PO, whenever any kind of prices will come, it should not be editable.
Yes, means any in the sense delivery cost
The
should not be editable.
uh, yes, delivery cost. For that, so if I'm not wrong, uh, we have to in the uh, field selection, sir, in the field selection. Uh, no, sir, sorry, I cannot remember how to do that, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Service in a pricing procedure, in a condition type PB00, there is a one pricing procedure assigned. So what is the purpose of that?
Yes, a PB00 is assigned for the gross price, and it also has an access sequence for that. It is an exception to what we had discussed previously. Similarly, we also have PBXX for under which we can put uh, we can do entry manually. So for PB00, it comes from either we have to decide it will come from PIR, and this pricing procedure is used for like gross price determinations.
Come again?
This PB00 is used for gross price determination, sir, and it also has an access sequence, which is an exception to what we had discussed earlier of about access sequence. When we go to PIR, we can put the details of this PB00. This is a main condition, and other than that, whatever the conditions are maintained in PIR are supplementary conditions. So this is a main condition or the primary condition for in the pricing procedure through PIR which we get.
What will happen if the pricing procedure is not there in PB00?
Sir, it will give you PBXX, wherein you can put the amount and a value.
No. If PB00 does not having the pricing procedure, I'm not asking about PBXH. If PB00 don't have the pricing procedure, what will happen?
Sir, it has an access sequence already, sir, which is condition table, and in that the values are already there, sir.
No. My question is that in pricing procedure, sorry, in PB00, pricing procedure is there. Okay. So if it is not there, what will happen? I'm not asking about access
Sir,
sequence. I'm not asking about PBXX.
Sir, the price will not be determined, sir, in that case. If it is not there only, the price will not be determined.
Okay. Okay, fine. And what is the purpose of that pricing procedure?
Sir, as you know, for any kind of a PO, we require different kind of elements or different kind of conditions. So this pricing procedure basically tells us how these are valued, okay, and how these are calculated, whether it is on percentage, whether it is on a fixed amount, so that we get the exact price. So that is the reason we have these pricing procedures.
Okay. I will tell you exact reason. See, in PP00, pricing procedure is here. In that pricing procedure, whatever the conditions are there, that condition we have to consider as a supplementary conditions of a PP00. And those conditions only we can assign in a PP0, we can assign in a, or we can maintain in a info record during the creation of info record. So this is the purpose, okay? If you
Okay,
don't
okay,
have
sir.
any pricing procedure, info record, you cannot maintain the info record conditions.
Yes, correct, correct. Because other than that, all will be supplementary conditions. Yes, correct.
So just tell me, uh, your business having the two plants, okay? A, plant B. So in plant A and plant B, same material is there, same valuation class, okay, with the same valuation class. But business requirement is that whenever they will post a good receipt, inventory account in plant A should be different than plant B.
Okay, so basically we want uh, for plant A, we want a different GL. Then in that case, for plant A, will require a different GL account, and for plant B, will require a different GL. So, sir, even if the material has the same class, but while automatic account determination, there is valuation account group which has plant details. So the difference will be this plant details, okay, and we have to mention like different plant, and we have to add a different GL account for that. So it will directly automatically come whenever we post an entry. It will automatically come, like because the system will understand that even the material is same, but the plant is different. So as the plant is different, there will be different GL account to be used.
How?
Sir, in while creating the automatic account determination, we have to enter on the keys, and we have to mention that, sir, in that, the valuation class, then valuation group. In valuation group, we mention the plant, sir, and the transaction key will be the same, the chart
Valuation
of
grouping
account.
code and plant is same.
Sir, Sir, valuation group, sir, under valuation is a plant, and under that, due to geographical reason or any other reason, there will be multiple different locations or plants. So we require a valuation grouping code for that, sir.
What is the value?
And
What is the role of valuation grouping code here in this
sir,
requirement?
it will identify for which plant it is, basically,
Okay.
for which plant we are using this
So if the
entry.
valuation grouping code concept, let's consider valuation grouping code concept we are keeping inactive. So is it possible this requirement we can achieve?
No, no, no.
We cannot achieve?
No, sir. Without that, sir, how will the system understand for which plant it is?
Correct.
Only identifier is plant only, no, sir, because the material is same, the valuation class is same. So identifier is plant only.
Correct. Correct. Valuation grouping code is important here, so system can identify based on the different plants. Just 1 second. Sarvesh, tell me what is a split valuation concept?
Uh, Sir, I cannot remember
Okay,
that.
no problem. So explain me consignment procurement.
Yes. Consignment procurement in yeah. So consignment procurement, we have one side a buyer and seller. So the buyer is the consigner, and the seller is the consignee in this case. So uh, when the seller transfers goods to buyer, uh, because they may be situated near to each other, the location would be situated near to each other. This is generally done in case of just in time raw material requirement, GIT requirement, majorly done in this. So here the seller sends it to the buyer, and the ownership of the goods are not transferred. It is transferred upon consumption. The ownership of goods are transferred upon consumption. So for this, we have to first create we have to first create PO with item category as K. And as soon as we do consignment at the K, the price and condition tab will be disabled, because the price will fluctuate as per the time which you take for consuming the goods. So we have to create that. Then we do GRN, goods receipt. Then we do GRN. Here we are not posting any journal entry, because there is no transfer of ownership. With the movement type MT101 K. Thereafter we do transfer posting. Here at a transfer posting, the ownership is transferred with the movement type of 411K from the location of a supplier to our location. And here the journal entry which we pass is raw material to consignment payable, which is raw material to consignment payable. And then we do MRKO for invoice verification, and the journal entry will be passed as uh, uh, consignment payable to the consignor, the vendor.
Okay. So tell me, in that consignment procurement, in a PO, why there is no condition tab?
Sir, because sir, because in different condition tabs, we have tabs of address, invoice verification, and other different tabs. It gets disabled as soon as we enter consignment, because we are not the owner of goods. So we cannot use those tabs basically, as there is no transfer of ownership of goods. So even the price tab is disabled in that case, because the price fluctuates as well.
So from where this price will come then?
Sir, this price like for the consignment, like as per the contract, whatever it is, uh, whatever is discussed, then this price will be uh, put. If I'm not wrong, in uh, sir, this price will again come like when we do transfer posting. As we become the owner of goods, uh,
From
we
where it
put,
will come?
sir, it will come, if I'm not wrong, it will come from PIR only, sir.
Correct, infra code will come.
Yes,
Consignment infra code.
yes.
Okay, then let's consider one scenario. Suppose your business having some subcontracting process. In subcontracting process, what they are doing, they are sending the raw material to the business, to the supplier. Supplier is sending final material, finished product. So in between, scrap also getting generated. Okay, byproduct is getting generated, and that byproduct business want in return, because they want to sell, they want to refurbish it. So what will be the process?
Sir, first of all, we'll have to identify this as three different material. First is parent material, child material, and scrap material. Parent material is a material which we generally get after the process is completed from the vendor. Child material is the one which we send to them, which is the raw material which is sent to them, and scrap obviously which we get back. So first of all, we have to create a subcontracting PO in which we have to mention in the component fields. Okay, so we have to mention the child material in plus and the scrap material in minus. Uh, Thereafter, creating the subcontracting PO, we have to do goods issue to the subcontractor, MIGO, transfer posting with the moment type 541. Then we receive the goods in the system for the subcontract for the subcontracting with the subcontracting PO, and in that, sir. You can see that the material the parent material will be 121 plus because the stock has been increased. The child material be with moment type with 543 minus because it has been decreased, and there is a scrap material 545 which has been increased. Then we move the stock of scrap from vendor to company again from transfer posting for 542, and then we do invoice settlement. So I will tell you the journal entries for that as well. For the child for the child material, the journal entry will be inventory account debit to consumption of stock. For the parent material, it will be inventory account debit to change in stock. And then we have the subcontracting charges as well, which we pay. It will the journal entry will be subcontracting charges to GRIR. Then for with MR with MIRO, it will be GRIR to vendor. And for the scrap or the byproduct which we get, the journal entry is inventory account debit to change in stock. Sorry, consumption during subcontracting process.
Okay.
Yes, this is the whole process.
Okay. So what, with which moment type that scrap will be written in our premises?
Sir, 542, 542.
Okay. 542 is a reversal. Which moment type is used to, like, which moment type will come?
Yeah, 545. It will be 545.
545. Okay, fine. What is the difference between credit memo and subsequent credit?
Sir, credit memo we use, first of all, I'll tell you the use case. Like credit memo we use like when we raise we are expecting 100 quantity but we have only received 90. In case we issue the credit memo, we tell the system that we are reducing the balance of the supplier in that case. That is why we issue credit memo, but subsequent adjustment is used when there is under consumption. Okay, so this subsequent indicator we have to active in no, subsequent adjustment can be used in both overconsumption as well as underconsumption in subcontracting concept. So it can be used in both. And in underconsumption, there is one indicator we have to activate in subsequent. So either the if the materials are overconsumed, we can show to the system that this material was extra required. So we have done a subsequent adjustment. and with the movement types of 121 addition and the child material 543 getting reduced. Similarly, with subsequent adjustment in under consumption, we require again that we tell the system through that the material was less required if we then what is standard required for if the process is applied appropriately. So even in that case, the movement type will be for under consumption 544 plus movement type will be there, sir.
Okay. What are the vendor return processes are available in inventory management?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm not very
Okay,
thorough
fine.
with the inventory management because I'm not very thorough with that.
Do you know intercompany STO?
Yes, yes, I know.
Yeah, explain in
Uh,
detail configuration, process steps, and accounting entry moment
y-
types.
yes, 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 sir. Yes. First of all, why do we require that when we are transferring goods from one company code to another company code, we require this intercompany. Uh, First of all, for that we have to create a receiver plant. There will be one receiver plant and there will be one supplying plant. So for the receiver plant we have to create it as a customer in the system with and then we have to create supplying plant as a vendor in the system. uh, then material master we have to create should be maintained for both for that typical products. Then we have to identify the shipping point or shipping data for the plant. And like for supplying plant, we have to maintain the sales area, and receiving plant, we have to maintain the customer number. Thereafter, we have to do, I think so. Yeah, thereafter, we have to do configuration for availability check. In that we have to mention the type as NB, which is standard PO, and we have to also mention the description as NLCC, which is replenishment of cross compensation of cross company. I'm sorry, and then we have to mention the delivery like B. Then we have to mention the shipping point of that, uh, and after that we have to mention if I'm not determination of delivery determination of delivery where it will be delivery type NL with item category as NORM and ITMC will be NLN is correct. And then we have to assign the document which we have created like for that plant. Then the main intercompany steps will start. For the receiving plant, it will be as you said P2P cycle, and for the supplying plant, it will be O2C cycle. So for the receiving plant, we have to create first PO ME21 and we have to use delivery type and LCC, and we have to create the standard PO. Then we have to also create in the supplying plant, we have to create outbound delivery with a PGI with the T code as VL10B. We have to create that. Then we have to post the PGI in VL02N, and there will be a journal entry for that, like um, uh, cost of goods sold, COGS to raw inventory account. COGS will be debited and raw inventory account will be credited. Then we have to do the billing as well. So the billing, so it will be done in VF01. And here the customer account will be debited and the revenue account will be credited because we at the end we are doing sales for that. Then we have to do again MIGO goods receipt for receiving plant. The journal entry will be inventory account debit to GRIR, and then these are the major steps, sir.
What are the accounting entries that put in the PGI?
Sir, PGI accounting entry will be just sir, it will be COGS, cost of goods sold account debit to inventory account.
Correct. And what will be the
It
accounting
has
entries?
movement type 643 minus.
Correct. And accounting entry at the time of billing document?
Sir, billing document, it will be customer account debit to revenue account credit.
Okay. So just tell me, what is the consumption based planning? CBP?
Uh, Sir, if I'm not wrong, it consumption based. Sir, it has any relevance with the like a blanket PO or anything or
No,
framework
no, it
PO?
is a MRP part, material requirement planning. Okay, that is fine.
Uh,
Do you know about MRP?
no, sir, no.
Okay.
I'm not thorough with MRP concepts, sir.
Batch management?
Yes, yes, sir. I
Yeah.
know.
Tell me
Batch
about
management.
batch management, whatever you know.
Yes, 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 sir. Batch management we require when a material has different characteristics. Like if a material, I'll give you an example, sugar. We had sugar with the brown sugar as well as white sugar. So these are two different characteristics. Now we have to tell the system that for one sugar material there are two different characteristics. So first we have to create characteristics for that. Then we have to create class for that. Okay, and that class we have to then like with the details we have to assign that class. Then we have to go in MM01 in characteristics, that tab we have to mention that class over there. And then we have to again go and create characteristics for sorry, then we have to go and create batches. In that batches you have to mention that class first, then characteristics, and then description of the material. And then while creating PO, when we enter material, at the right hand side when you go, there is concept, there is batch, so we can select which batch we require, so that we tell the system that for this material this batch is relevant and this batch has this characteristic of white sugar, and we want to purchase this white sugar. So this is how batch management works, sir.
So tell me about means in system, the configuration
uh,
of the three batch master.
Or actually, this is what I saw in YouTube
Okay,
server.
fine,
That
no
is,
problem. Do you know output determination?
sir, can you just elaborate on that? If I can remember, I'll just tell you.
Output
No,
determination, nest setting, BRA plus, NACET code.
no, no, sir. No, I have not used that. No, sir.
So did you get chance to work on smart forms also, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So in the smart form, output determination is important. Means it is like a baseline configuration for that.
Oh, okay, okay. So I understood. Okay, like what you are asking. But in smart forms, we have to like first identify the two fields, whether it is dynamic or a static. And in dynamic, are those static are those fields
No, no, no,
which
I'm
will
not asking smart form. Output determination.
sir, we have to like we had provided those logics, like for the header we
No,
have
no,
to
no,
pass
not
from this
logic,
table.
not logics. No, I'm not asking about smart form. I'm asking about a output determination configurations.
Uh, no, sir, I am not aware of that, sir.
Do you know BRA plus? Okay, fine. Just tell me, in implementation, if FUT is performed, why SIT is required again?
Sir, FUT we only perform for one object, typical object. Okay, as well for SIT we perform for the whole process. Like if you are doing any kind of FUT only for the purchase order, but we will do SIT for all the P2P whole P2P cycle to understand if it is working flawless with the new enhancement or with the new changes, and there is no impact on that. So SIT is a larger or a large concept, and FUT is a smaller or a medium concept relevant to only that object.
Correct. Okay, fine. So I have done from my end. I will stop recording. Okay, but